Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to another video. It's that time of year where everybody starts putting out there what's in my camera bag, but as my camera bag hasn't changed this year, I'm just going to be going through everything that I've found useful in 2023. Let me put that on silent. So yeah, in this one, I'm going to be taking a look at things that I found useful for photography and video in 2023. And we've also got to say goodbye to the cat. So we're going to start with my biggest purchase from last year, and that was my M1 MacBook Pro. Before that, I was using a 2018 or 2019 MacBook, and it was the Intel version, and it was like on 8 gig of RAMs, and it was just crippling what I was doing workflow wise. It was struggling to do video, my Lightroom was starting to slow down, the whole computer was just getting completely bogged down, and it was taking forever to get anything done. So I decided to go with the M1 over the M2 purely because of cost. I just didn't have the money to fork out for an M2. So after weighing up the specs and looking at the cost, for the same price, I got more power, technically, than what I would have been getting for purchasing an M2. The model I went with has 1TB of SSD storage and 32 gigs of RAM. Obviously, when you're using Lightroom and Photoshop, it uses a lot of RAM anyway, so that's why I tried to get as much RAM as I could. And since purchasing it, my workflow has been a lot better. I get through things a lot faster, so it was a good choice in the end. So moving on to some gear elements now. Anyone that knows me, and if you've been watching some of my videos, you'll know that I love using my Sigma 14 to 24mm lens. This lens is predominantly on my camera. I would say it's on there at least 80% of the time. I just love the way that it looks when doing architectural or creative style photos, as well as experimenting with it when doing like portrait shoots and things like that. Some of the people that I have worked with in the past, I believe they have booked me purely because they enjoy and they like the look of the images that come from this type of lens. I say this type of lens, but I actually mean this lens. The image quality is good, all the images are sharp. It is a bit on the weightier side, but I can deal with that because of the quality that I'm getting back from it. It also does a great job in video, so when I am doing video things as well, it's another one that's always going to be in my bag. If there was a negative on this lens, and this isn't a review, because it is so wide, you can't actually get a filter on it. You have to get a filter that goes behind the lens, and that is a bit costly. I haven't had a chance to get one of those yet, but when I do, that's going to step things up even more. The next thing that has surprisingly come in clutch last year were these wireless microphones that I got from Pixel. So last year, I started doing talking head videos on Instagram. One of the things that I had to do at the time was set my camera up, set up that wireless microphone or set up another microphone. Sometimes you just want to do things quickly, so it was just perfect to have these little microphones that went straight into the phone and could just record instantly and not have to worry too much about anything else other than getting it done and getting it uploaded. The other side of that, these microphones have got me out of a jam a few times when I'm doing like voiceovers for videos. So what I do is I set it up as normal in the phone and connect it directly to the MacBook so I can record my voiceover straight from my phone into the MacBook, and there's no messing about with anything else. You wouldn't believe how many times I've had to do that, and I think my last 2 or 3 POVs have been recorded using these microphones. I haven't been counting, so I don't know whether I should put numbers on these or just names. But anyway, the next thing that has been useful for me, probably for the last 6 months of last year, was my monitor. I got this monitor from Andy City and I've had it for a little while, but I had some issues getting it set up because I had the wrong cables and things like that. But once I've got it going, it's just been a godsend. It's been a dream to use. Like right now, I'm filming this and I can see exactly what's going on, making sure that I'm in focus and all that jazz, seeing what my look looks like straight from the camera, and this is it's just perfect when you need to sit down and record something. Prior to this, I was using an app on my phone, which was fine. It worked, it did what it needed to do. But one of the things with that was it used to lag. It didn't do it all of the time, but it done it enough where it started to become annoying. I would still use the app if I needed to get myself out of the jam, but right now, if I'm doing anything from home or I'm in a proper sort of area where I can set myself up, then this monitor's on the camera. On to the next one, and this one is my travel tripod. This travel tripod pretty much lives within my bag when I know I'm going to be doing long exposures. Even if I don't know that I'm going to be doing it, it will be in the bag because it's so small. There is a bit of weight to it, so on that side I do have to be prepared to get a little bit of backache the next day. But even when I don't take it out, it comes in handy when I'm at home and I want to get a different type of angle on a shot that I'm trying to do for short form content or whatever it is. It's small enough that you can just put it anywhere, get the camera set up, and you're good to go. But overall, it's a good accessory to have, and I'm glad that I purchased it, and it's definitely been useful in 2023. And we're now with my last accessory that I've been using, and that is my blue streak filter. This is one of those ones that just is great for when you're taking photos out in the city and you got all the natural light doing bits and pieces, it just, like I said before in previous videos, or if I've mentioned this prior, it just gives a great look to whatever photos you get. But yeah, that's everything that's come in handy for me in 2023. If you've enjoyed this and liked what you saw and all that jazz, you know what to do. Subscribe button, everything else is down there. Peace.